Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Yana and this is The Scented. We usually talk about all things fragrance, so if that's a passion of yours, then make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button. And today's video, it's a trivial one because I kind of want to share with you guys these really popular fragrances that I just can't get on board with. Everybody loves them, everybody talks about them, and for me, they're really just they're not blowing me away. They're not tickling my nose holes. They're not doing all the magical things for me that everyone else claims that they're doing. So guys, it is a little bit of a trigger warning, as most of my somewhat negative videos are. People tend to be very sensitive on the topic of fragrances, and these are just my opinions, so don't get upset. It's not personal. I'm not personally attacking you because we don't like the same fragrances. It's okay not to like the same things. So anyway, the very first fragrance that I just can't get on board with, no matter how hard I try, is from Maison Lancôme, and it is Oud Bouquet. So many people love this fragrance, swear by it, are obsessed with it, and I just can't. On me, it doesn't complement my skin. It doesn't make me smell very sexy. It really kind of makes me smell like dirty and also sweet, which is a strange combination. That rose is that combination of rose with those very, very sweet facets, like the praline and the vanilla. That particular rose is almost like candied. And the oud that's in there does not work for me. When I wear it, it smells very antique-y, and my man calls it the sexy antique store smell, which is kind of good, but also I like the sexy part, but I don't necessarily want to be very antique-y smelling. It does smell like an old wooden chest that you got it at an antique store and you opened it and it's this almost rotten wood inside, and then maybe somebody stored a bunch of sweet flowers in there. That is on me. That's just how it smells, and it's not my vibe. And I have worn through 2 samples. I really tried to get on board with this fragrance, and I just can't. It is upsetting. It doesn't smell good on me. So that is the first one. That is just an absolute no-go. And the next one is Carolina Herrera Good Girl. You guys have heard me trash this fragrance several times before. It just smells like a hot mess. I love the bottle. I think it's super cute. I think it's sexy. I really wanted to love it. It looks like a little Cinderella shoe. And even though it's a little tacky, I'm all about it. I love the packaging. I love it. I think it's cute. The smell is the most generic, the most boring, the most neither here nor there, trying to be a little bit of everything, but kind of failing on all fronts. Every time I wear it, and I have the hair mist, and I did try. Guys, all of these fragrances, I put in a solid effort, and I really tried. It's not like I smelled it once and was like, no, I don't like it. And a lot of people like to do that. They smell something once and they don't give it a chance. No, I give it a proper chance. I really try hard, and it's just not happening. Good Girl's a disaster. There's a little bit of white florals. There's supposed to be cacao. It's powdery, and it irritates my nose. I smell it and it makes me want to sneeze. It's just synthetic, it's cheap smelling, it's generic, and it's a mess, and it smells trashy, but not in a good way. There are other strippery fragrances that I love, and this is not one of them. So it's gonna be a no for Good Girl. And of course, in that same vein, we have Black Opium. Yes, I tried really hard with Black Opium as well. And Black Opium, no. It smells like I spilled a Frappuccino on myself, and now I have to wear these clothings for the whole day and smell like this sweet Frappuccino drink. And it's not a good look. I don't like it. It's just a sweet, chemically coffee beverage smell. Also, I get a lot of synthetics with it, so that's my problem. I love a coffee note, but I don't love it when it has somewhat of a similarity with Good Girl, where I get this powdery, irritating synthetic smell. If it wasn't there, potentially the fragrance would work. The only Black Opium that I'm okay with is Nuit Blanche. So I had tried a lot of them. I had tried all of them, and I tried wearing them, and Actually, neon's okay too. Neon's a little bit more fruity and a little bit sweet, and it seems to work okay. The original Black Opium is like the absolute worst for me. I also really dislike Floral Shock, which thankfully now is discontinued. Black Opium Intense would be next. It's like, it's bearable. Then the Neon, and then the Nuit Blanche. So the Nuit Blanche is the best one. I can actually wear that one. But yeah, the original one is just a hard no. And the fourth one is from Mancera, and it is Instant Crush. This is flat out just a terrible fragrance. It is also very sharp. Mancera fragrances tend to have this like chemically synthetic sharpness. Like, I feel like I'm in Chernobyl right now and I'm going to die. It is so bad. It hurts. It actually hurts to smell it. I will never wear this fragrance again. I actually bought a bottle. I wore it a couple of times and I was dying when I was wearing it. It smells like messed up like concoction of like when they were working towards Baccarat Rouge. This is like Baccarat Rouge gone wrong on all fronts. There is the saffron, but it's not good. There is the amberwood, but it's not good. There is the sweetness and this like saltiness, but it is a mess. It's so bad. Like, there are better cheap dupes of Baccarat Rouge that I've smelled that are less offensive and less synthetic-y smelling than Instant Crush. I think Instant Crush is supposed to be like a little bit more of like a masculine Baccarat Rouge smelling fragrance, but I would never want to smell this on a man. I think honestly, if a man came up to me and he smelled like this fragrance, I would need to like walk away. I would, unfortunately, no matter how hot he was, I would need to remove myself from his general vicinity. It is actually really offensive. Please don't wear this fragrance. Like, I've smelled it on other people too. It's not just me that chemical smell and that harshness comes out. It is on everyone, and it hurts. It hurts my nose to smell it. So like, guys, don't get upset. If you like Instant Crush, good, maybe you can't smell the synthetics, but there are people around you that I guarantee you can smell it and you're upsetting them. So it's not a good smell. Probably the worst of all the ones I've mentioned up to this point. The next fragrance isn't really a bad fragrance. Like, it doesn't offend me the way that Instant Crush offends me. This one, it just doesn't really work for me, and it is Versace Crystal Noir. I don't know if I actually smelled the EDT or the EDP. I smelled one of them. So if one of them is better than the other, then comment down below and let me know which your preferred one is. But a lot of people seem to be really raving about this and like really on board and loving Crystal Noir and saying it's super sexy and it's this and it's that. But for me, it's an overwhelming blend of like gardenia and pepper and the synthetic dusty smelling coconut. For me, I have a problem with a synthetic coconut in fragrances that a lot of times it smells dusty to me. Like, if you guys have ever smelled the body spray from the Body Shop, just the coconut body spray, I used to have it. And conceptually, I like the smell of coconut, and I like a true coconut. Like, I love snacking on coconut, it's delicious. But somehow when it goes into a fragrance, a lot of the times it comes off dusty smelling or too sweet. This particular one is like, it's like a dusty, weird coconut. So, and then it's combined with that gardenia, which is a little bit overwhelming. There's cardamom, which is nice. The cardamom is nice. You get some ginger, you get some pepper, and just for me, those notes all together clash. They don't really work, and I don't like it. I don't like that coconut note. It just is off-putting. The one that I really like that has a similar scent profile is Dark Amber and Ginger Lily from Jo Malone. It doesn't have a coconut note, but it has a perceived coconuttiness, and it's milky, and it smells very luxurious, and that one I actually really like. So there's just something wrong about the coconut in Crystal Noir that doesn't work for me, so I can't get on board with it. But I understand it works for some people, and that's great, and it just doesn't smell good on me. Okay, we're on the second last one, and if I haven't lost you guys up until this point, I very well might right now. Zerg Lira. Hate it. I hate it. I would like it as a snack. I absolutely would love it as a lemon square, and that's what it smells like to me. It smells like a very decadent, sweet, sweet, sweet lemon square. Like, with like the little crumble on top and some caramel. It smells like a delicious dessert, but I don't think it's sexy. I don't find it enticing. I know so many men rave about this fragrance and they think it's like the sexiest thing and like it's such a panty dropper and all these women go crazy for it. I have not met one woman that finds it to be a panty dropper. None of my girlfriends thinks it's good. I had a sample, we all smelled it, we were all like, why are people so obsessed? I don't get it. It's a sweet, lemony, caramelly, super dense, overwhelming fragrance that like it's just suffocating. Like, it's not sexy at all. It's a great dessert. If I could get it at a buffet and it would be like a delicious little lemon square, I'm on board. I don't want my man to smell like this, and I certainly don't want to smell like it myself. There are other sweet lemon fragrances that I prefer. There are other lemon fragrances in general that I prefer, and for men as well, and this is not one that I would consider sexy. So Zerg Lira is a definite no-go. And the very last one is actually one that I have been wrestling with and trying to figure out for such a long time. And it is Parfums de Marly Delina, just the original Delina. And I actually am wearing it on my hand. And some days I like it, but other days I hate it. And so I've been working through samples. I like the Delina exclusive. That one works for me in the cooler weather. And I really love the new Delina La Rosée. That one is like the perfect aquatic-y rose for the summer. It's the original Delina that I struggle the most with. Like, some days I like it and I'm like, oh, this is tart, this is pretty, this is a refreshing rose sexy fragrance. And other days I'm like, it's pinchy. It smells pinchy. That rhubarb note some days just smells like way too sour and literally like pinchy in my nose holes. I don't like it. I find it like too sharp, and I just wish that it was rounded off a little bit some days. But then other days I'm like, oh, okay, this is nice. But I never get past the point of thinking it's nice. Like, I would give it a B+ at best on the best of days. So that's just like, I know a lot of people love it so much and they rave about it and it's the greatest thing in the world. And I wish I was there with you guys. I just can't. I don't know. It doesn't smell that good. And actually my man doesn't really like it either. Like, whenever I spray it, he's like, oh, that's Delina. And I'm like, yeah, I'm trying it again. And he's like, it's okay. You know, it's okay. I don't know. I'm not on board with the hype of Delina. So that is it. I don't know if that's about 6 or 7 fragrances that are super popular, super hyped, everybody loves, and I just can't. Hope you guys don't hate me, and I hope you are not offended because these are just my opinions. So just comment down below and let me know which popular fragrances you guys can't get on board with, whether you absolutely hate them and you think they're repulsive, like I feel about Instant Crush, or if you just like don't see the hype and think it's just okay, like the way that I feel about Delina. So let me know how you feel, and if you agree with any of my selections, comment and reassure me that I'm not a crazy person. That'd be great. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you did. Please hit that sub button if you've made it to the end of this video and you're not so upset that you just want to go click on out. Then just subscribe, because we have lots of fun content here and it's all good fragrance stuff. And make sure you hit that notification bell. Stay tuned for whenever a new video comes out. And that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.